Before I even start this story, I need you to promise me you won't think I'm crazy. Because out of everything that's ever happened in my life, this is the one thing I still can't explain. And it's also the one thing that made me move out of my old apartment literally overnight. So here's what happened. I used to live in this small basement suite a couple years ago. Not a bad place. Cheap rent, decent location, kind of dark, but whatever. I wasn't picky. But the weirdest thing about that apartment was the hallway. It was this long, narrow hallway that led to my bedroom, and every time I walked through it, I felt like someone was walking behind me. Not like, haha, spooky house vibes. I mean a real, physical, cold pressure behind me, like someone was matching my steps. But I always brushed it off. Then one night, everything changed. It was around 1:30 in the morning. I had just gone to bed. Lights off, door closed, trying to fall asleep. When I heard footsteps in the hallway, slow, heavy, pacing, back and forth, back and forth. And my first thought was not ghosts or anything paranormal. My first thought was someone broke into my apartment because it sounded like a real person. So I'm lying there, heart pounding, trying to listen. And then I hear the footsteps stop right outside my door. And there's this metal tap, like someone touched the door handle. I grab the closest weapon I have, which, for some reason, was a frying pan. And I get ready for the worst. I count to 3, rip the door open, and swing the pan like I'm in a cartoon. No one is there. The hallway is empty. I stand there for a full minute, just listening. Nothing. I eventually calm down, convince myself I imagined it, and go back to bed. But that wasn't the end. The next night, it happens again. Same time. 1:30 a.m. Footsteps, pacing, right outside my door. But this time, I hear breathing. Not loud breathing, not snoring. Just this slow, steady inhale, exhale, like someone was waiting. So at this point, I'm like, okay, someone is living in my walls or something. I call my landlord the next morning and tell him what's going on. And this dude just goes, oh yeah, last tenant said something similar. What do you mean, something similar? He refuses to explain more and just tells me he'll take a look. He never follows up. So now I'm dealing with hallway footsteps and a landlord who's acting suspicious. But the night that broke me, the night I decided to leave, was the third night. Same time. 1:30 a.m. I'm lying in bed again, and I hear the footsteps start. But this time they're running, like someone sprinting down the hallway toward my room. I jump out of bed, grab my pan again, and the second I reach for the doorknob, everything goes silent. Dead quiet. I stand there holding my breath. And then I hear the faintest whisper through the door. Not words, just this low, shaky exhale. But here's the part that messed me up. The whisper was inside my room. Not the hallway, not the door. Behind me. I felt the air move on my shoulder. I spun around so fast I almost fell. And of course, nothing. But the coldest chill went down my back like someone walked through me. I packed a bag that night and slept at a friend's place. The next day, I came back to grab the rest of my stuff. And while I'm loading boxes, my upstairs neighbor, who I rarely talk to, comes outside and goes, "Hey, did something happen last night? I heard yelling." I tell her everything, and she just nods slowly and says, "Yeah, whoever used to live in that suite left suddenly too. They said the same thing you did." I ask her what she means, and she says, "They said every night, around 1:30, something would walk the hallway. And if you didn't open the door, it would come inside." I moved out that evening, and to this day I still don't know what I heard. But every now and then, at exactly 1:30 a.m., I'll wake up for no reason. And the first thing I do is check the hallway. If you like this video, follow for more.